Coach Lederer here to talk a little cross country on what was a really good day for our team and our program here on the day of the state meet. Thought about maybe writing a post, but let's just do a video. So going to talk about some things. Probably going to talk about some things for memory, and that's always dangerous because my memory is terrible. So hopefully I don't get some of these stats wrong or some of the tidbits wrong that I'm going to pass along. But of course, we competed today at Bourbon County in the Class A state championship, and very solid day for our teams all the way around. We'll start with talking a little bit about Braley and Braley's race. She was seated around, I think, 46th, 47th in her race going into the race, and she was able to do better than that. She finished 34th out of 247 runners, so that was a positive. She ran 21:31. That's just about 4 seconds off of her PR, so that was a positive. She ran at Bourbon County probably 2 weeks ago and ran in the 22:20s. And then, like I said, today running 21:31 on the same course, knocking off, what is that, about 50 seconds, 50 plus seconds. So strong run from Braley today, and just a good, stretch here for her in terms of getting to the state meet 4 years in a row is impressive. So, a solid performance today out of Braley. On the boys' side, really up and down the roster, I was pleased with our performances. And Bourbon County is one of the harder courses that we race on. So, as I talk about these times and performances, just that's important to keep in mind. Grayson Miller led us today, running 17:06, placing 18th. 17:06 on this course. I mean, previously he had ran 18, I think 30 might have been his best time. And he ran faster here than he did at Masterson Station last week. So, hard to be disappointed with that time. And it's the second best time of his career. So a very good run today from Grayson. Bryant, another one who came in top 30, finished 29th, ran a PR on the course of 17:30. So, again, anytime you can PR on this course, it's a good thing. And again, he ran, a solid race last week at Masterson Station in the 1740s. But again, to come in here and run even faster than he did at Region, I thought was a real positive. Connor today ran 19:06. That's right around the average that he has been running this year. I know Connor will tell you seems like issue after issue has come up for him this year, and certainly not the season that he wanted. But, we knew today that he needed to be around the 19-minute mark for, us to have some success. And, I know he wasn't pleased with himself in his region performance last week, but he came back today and ran 19:06. So he was right there where we needed him to be. And when I talk about the team results in a little bit, that that performance is key, as are most of the performances, or all of the performances from our kids today. Next in was John Ham, 19:50. So he PR'd today, and again probably ran about a minute, more than a minute faster than he did last week at Masterson, and probably about a minute faster than he ran at Bourbon County last time he was here a couple weeks ago. So, both those are real positives, and more positives for us today. Nick Maines ran 19:52, right in behind John. That's probably, if you sort of average his times together, that's probably slightly above where he's ran for the season. Of course, he ran 19:30, had a real strong day at Region last week. But, one thing about Nick is, and I didn't know this, ran through some calf pain at Region last weekend, and that started really the week going into Region. I really wasn't aware of that until early this week, and Nick actually didn't run Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday this week. So was really going into the state meet having not ran since Tuesday, and even Tuesday we cut back his miles. And we were, confident that Nick running wasn't going to further, damage anything or cause a worse injury. But he and even admitted he had to run through pain today. But if he had chosen not to run, I would have understood. But he toughed it out for us, and we appreciate that because without his performance, you're probably looking at dropping about 3 spots from where we ended up finishing. Nolan today, another guy who PR'd for us 20:39, and just like I've already said, to PR in this course is an accomplishment. And Nolan was out of town and didn't get to run this course with us when we came. It was an optional race a couple weeks ago on fall break. So it was his first time on the course, and to run, a PR, first time on this course, that's a positive. And our 7-man Braden Appleman, another guy who wasn't able to run or didn't run on fall break with us at this course, and had a big PR of 27:52. I think that was by over a minute PR. For a guy who was coming out really just to try to help us, put us in a position to have a full team earlier this year so we could compete as a team at region and maybe even get back to state. He ended his cross-country career as a senior, on a real positive note with that big PR. So going into the meet today, and these are never, 100% accurate, but we were looking at the projections, and we based the projections on you can either do season best or season average. It didn't matter which one of those we did. We were right around 12th place going into state meet. And they're usually fairly accurate. Last year for region, we were predicted to win by 50 points, and we did. And last year at state, we were predicted to finish 4th, and we did. For the region this year, most of the projections had us finishing 2nd, and we did. So, they're they're usually pretty accurate. Like I said, we were projected around 12th based on those projections. We came out today, and as I just mentioned, from guy after guy after guy, ran well, performed well in this course, PR'd or ran a season best or whatever. Those performances led us to a 6th place finish. And I am extremely pleased with that. In public, before the meet, I had said, our goal was to finish top 15, and that was true. But I told the guys, we were projected 12th. They knew that. And I said, if you perform really well, and maybe some other teams don't perform as well, because there were some teams in front of us from the western part of the state who hadn't ran on this Bourbon County course this year. So that was an advantage for us. I thought, maybe we can get 10th, crack that top 10. But I really, thought that was probably going to be sort of our ceiling this year. So to come out today and to run 6th place, I was really pleased and really impressed with that. And, just goes back to the effort that our kids gave and the competitive drive that they had to come out here and really work hard for their school and their team and their teammates. And even beating Lexington Christian. We came up runner-up last week in the region, and, I was fine with that given all the new pieces to our team this year and the inexperience. To finish 2nd last week in region out of 15 teams, that I was really pleased with that. So, but it's always a little bit sweet when you can come to the state meet and knock off the team that beat you the week before. Coming out 6th place, LCA finishing 7th. And as one of the officials pointed out, if you look at the results from today, the top 5 teams in front of us, they're all private schools. So we were the first public school to finish, not that there's a special award for that, but we were the first public school to finish here in the Class A state meet today. So, that is what it is. Take it for what it's worth, but it's a good tidbit. Really pleased with the way this season has unfolded. You start the year with only 4 guys, 3 returners, 1 new to cross country. You think if you can get a guy or two in here that can run around the 20-minute mark, it puts us in a position to get back to the state meet. And that was the goal early on. Let's just get back to state. Let's continue, for a third year in a row, getting back to state. And obviously, like I just mentioned, we ended up adding 3 guys that allowed us to take runner-up in the region. So come home with some region hardware last week, and no hardware this week at state. It's top 4, as we got last year. But I told the guys just a bit ago in a message to them, obviously last year was a little better finish in terms of place, but I'm just as proud of the finish this year because I know the effort and I know the hard work that it took, and I know what some of them had to overcome to help their team finish today. And it makes me, really proud of them and their efforts as their coach. We have some of them have a year now or a year to a cross country season, but those of you that have been around know that in running, you pretty much take a couple weeks off and you have to get right into track season. So we'll do that. Most of the runners are taking a couple weeks off. We have a couple of them who are running a postseason race in Louisville in a couple weeks, so they'll continue to train. I've told the guys on their time off. Of course, several of them play basketball, so they're going to be active. Certainly take some days and do absolutely nothing. That's always a good feeling and a good thing to do. But overall, you want to be semi-active on your running break. And I even told them, don't do anything hard. Don't do a lot of mileage, but if you need to do a mile or 2 shakeout run here or there, that's okay. They can do that. But overall, you do want to use this opportunity to let your body recover, heal from what's been a tough season of training. And, we will look to get back into it here in a few weeks. We'll start indoor track season in mid-January. But all of our track folks will start running, or they should start running before then on their own. We have track signups on November 14th. Shortly after that, we'll be giving the training plans for our guys. And, for those of them running track is really key to improving in cross country. If you don't run all spring and then you try to go into cross country season, you're probably not going to see the gains that you want to see. But if running in track season, I feel is extremely beneficial. So we'll get started with that in a couple weeks. A couple other notes, non-running related. Our team is hosting the middle school semi-formal dance on November 19th, so we'll need chaperones. I'll be getting a sign-up list out for parents to sign up to bring food and refreshments for that. And looking at community service, we usually try to do some sort of community service project in late November, early December. Looking at possibly doing the Red Kettle campaign again, where we go ring the bell for Red Kettles in Maysville. But I haven't found that information yet. So, but those are things that once I get information on, I will pass that along to our athletes. Here in the next couple weeks. So, I think that's going to do it today. Appreciate all of our support that we've had, the parent support, the administrative support. Rick and David getting us to and from our meets safely. Appreciate all of that. Appreciate those who provided meals or provided bottled water. That support is really appreciated and makes our job easier. And we appreciate those of you who just support us. Wish us good luck, congratulate us on social media, see these kids out in the community, and thank them for their effort, for their hard work, and congratulate them on their successes, because this has been, in my opinion, has to be one of the most historic stretches in our athletic department's history for a team to have 2 region championships and a region runner-up. It is impressive and hard to do, at a small school where you have, limited student athletes to choose from. So, but we appreciate everyone's support and well wishes, and we will look to get back at it soon in track season. Take care.